Hey, it's Jose here with swagacademy.com, and welcome to episode 2 of our Finding Love series. I put this together specifically for you if you're that guy that's out there trying to find love, maybe for the first time, I don't know. But specifically, if you're someone like me who, had love at some point in the past, maybe had a little bit of heartbreak, separation, divorce, etc., and maybe you're trying to find love for the second time or the third time. This video specifically for you because I'm out there, advocating for finding love again, because I know it's possible and it's happened to me. And not only did it happen to me, but it happened to me during the worst of times, which is what this video is about right now, is finding love through a pandemic that's pre-pandemic, right in the middle of, and through. We don't really know when the end of it is going to be quite honest, but it's been 2 years, and I know for my relationship that I'm in right now, where we're engaged to be married, we literally met at the beginning of COVID, and the whole dating phase and everything happened through the worst of it. All the lockdowns, all the restrictions, you guys know the story, but we were able to come through that, which is pretty crazy in and itself. But I wanted to give you guys 3 reasons why I believe that you can turn something negative like that in your favor. Even though I know the situation sucks to be dating through a pandemic, it can be a little, it can have its challenges, but I want you to think of it on this spectrum, that when you get to meet somebody for the first time, and there may or may not be restrictions in place, you get to connect with them on a deeper level. And I think specifically of a website I know that's called Pen Pal World. And it even gets me thinking back to the old days where we used to, actually write letters to people and put them in the mailbox. And I've experienced that, a little bit in my younger years. And it's something where, you get to separate the physical part of a relationship, which I'm not saying is not important, because it definitely is. And I know long distance relationships are hard as well. I've experienced those as well. But what I'm trying to say is that you can actually connect and get to know somebody on an intellectual level, on an emotional level, and maybe even spiritual, which is pretty important. It's great to have chemistry and to have the physical attraction. But if you have the opportunity to date somebody in the pandemic who might be, cautious with social distancing or meeting in person, or even physical contact, then hey, if you like the person enough, take it as an opportunity to get to know them on a much deeper level, and you'd be surprised at the things that you'll find out. The second reason I believe dating through a pandemic could be used to your advantage is you can see people's true colors. And there's a saying that you can see somebody's true colors the most when they're under pressure. And if there's anything we've learned about this pandemic, is that it has put people under some serious pressure, both on a personal level, with their household, their job, finances, you name it. People have been under stress and anxiety and pressure. So for me personally, for seeing how somebody reacts to that pressure and is able to overcome it or push through it, that says a lot about their character. It says a lot about their values and their strengths and their weaknesses, and it might help you to determine if that person is really for you or not. And it's something that if you were dating in a perfect world, you may not find that out about that person until way later in the relationship, when something bad happens, when there's a crisis or there's a test. So why not get it out of the way? If you're dating in the pandemic, see how people respond to pressure, and you'll get to see their true colors. And lastly, this is kind of similar to the second reason, is I believe dating through a pandemic, you get to see if a person is aligned with your beliefs. And again, because without getting into all the nitty-gritty, there's a lot of politics that are happening right now with vaccines, and people's beliefs are often opposing, and there's debates. I'm not going to get into any of that, but I think you would agree that it's important if you're going to look for a life partner. It's not all rainbows and butterflies and just falling in love. There's a lot of things that have to be aligned there. And if you're looking for somebody that you want to be compatible with. You want to kind of make sure that your beliefs are sort of aligned, at least for the most part, that you're on the same page. Because if you're going to do life together, and there's all, this world is getting crazier and crazier all around us, and there's wars happening, and who knows how it's going to get, you need to make sure that you are side by side with somebody who is aligned, with. So what better way to do that than through a pandemic? And is it possible to find love and fall in love and build a life with somebody? Absolutely, because I have done it and I have lived it through the worst of times. And it looks like we're coming out of it right now in 2022. But hey, you never know, right? So I know me and my partner are perfectly aligned and we're ready for anything. We've got each other's back. So it's exciting and it's a lot of fun. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to